Hey, come on. Come on. Hey. What? Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Hey. Let's chit chat, this is the show now. Come on. Bad black mama's gonna let you know now. Hey. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Come on. Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, hey. Let's chit chat, sis. Hey, what's up? Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, let's chit chat, sis. Hey.
Hey, ladies, what's going on today? Everybody look bright, beautiful.
Hello, hello.
Bright and beautiful and ready for a hot topic.
Yes.
Are we though?
Hot topic. So I'm just going to get right into it because I know that, we've been waiting for this topic, even though it's a fresh topic. Kiki.
Okay.
Out there showing her rumper, her butt cheek.
Well, I'm like, look at how different the ages was, because I was like, Kiki, do you love me? I'm like, I don't know that song. I don't know what she just sang.
I was trying to sing that, Jasmine, but I didn't know the word.
Are you serious?
The more and more I hear about this story.
Kiki is out here, new mom. You know what I mean? Look, fantabulous.
Yes.
Fantabulous.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
She is not. Okay, let's just get a backstory. Kiki at the Usher concert.
Mm-hmm.
Getting serenaded, honey. Getting serenaded.
Like a couple weeks ago, and she has on some see-through garments. You know what I mean? A lot of body showing, and Usher is enjoying it as well. You know what I mean? And her man, her child's father, did not like it, and he went to social media and expressed his disapproval of what she had on. I was a little curious. Did they leave from this? I mean, did she leave from the house where he's at? Because I don't know. But so I just wanted to have a conversation on it because the comments, sway in several different ways. You know what I mean? The comments sway like, yay, do your thing, Kiki. And then, and this is women. Then you have people saying, that is just disgraceful what she has on, blah, 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 blah. Everybody got this look on their face like, some of y'all look like y'all studying. Y'all going to pull out some facts and data and citations.
Well, Keisha, Keisha going to do that. But can I just make one point of reference? Did she have the same outfit on that the other young lady had on that's married to the?
You talking about Sierra?
No.
Sierra's was worse. If you want to say,
she has the same outfit that young lady has on that's in the commercials with her husband. Oh my God.
With her husband.
No, commercials with her husband.
Yeah, not Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union, yeah, it was her.
They had the same outfit on. Okay, all right.
Okay,
so you ain't even original for real, but okay.
She had a little bit more butt cheeks. She had a little bit more butt cheeks with Gabrielle Union, and Gabrielle Union was hugging on Taraji Henson, so I guess that made it okay. But when Usher had his picture, like, yo, that was like, okay, what's going on here? But we're going to go around and then I'll be the last person to just cite my opinion because I want to know what y'all going to say first, so I won't be jumped. Jasmine, you want to go first?
Well, you know what I told you yesterday. I'm like, y'all follow me on social media. Y'all know how I felt about it. The only thing I posted about this is don't ask me about that Kiki and them because I'm minding my pretty protected wife business somewhere. That's not something I can really relate to. I'm like, I've been in that situation where we were all Kiki and then I grew up and then I wasn't Kiki. So then that's it. So I'm like, I see it. I have nieces and cousins and aunts that are very in their age that are still doing that. And I'm like, all I can say is like, go girl. But, it's not happening in this house. I'm like, go girl outside, but not in this house.
All right, each its own, right? Yeah, I love that. Chauncey.
Well, I saw it differently than most people saw it. She's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. They were both entertaining. Based on what I've seen on social media, he's been like that. Whenever he sees a celebrity in the audience, a female, he brings her up and does the same thing. So it wasn't a personal thing between the two of them. It was just part of the act. Based on what I've seen of Keke Palmer, and I do like her. I like how she's elevated herself and how she's got her own network and all these other things. but she extra. So I feel like this was all just part of the show. Now, what she was wearing, she was, based on what I understand, she was at a weekend with her girlfriend. So it wasn't just going out for the night. She was at a weekend with them. She got away. She had some fun, and that's it. It's really not that big of a deal to me. He played himself because what you had to say, you should have said to her privately and left it at that. But it also reads like he was defending what he had already said someplace else. But I didn't dive deep enough to go find out. So rich people.
I didn't even know he was like a celebrity. I was like, he's a celebrity, but they said famous podcaster. So I was like,
Well,
okay.
podcast.
Yeah, but he not an
They
A-list.
said his brother was famous, and I was like, oh, I saw the brother on that show with Issa.
Right.
Yeah.
Athlete. I think he
Yeah.
played football or something like that.
That's all.
But he's not an A-lister. He's not an A-lister. So,
They
people
said famous podcaster. I was
okay,
like,
but I'm gonna leave that to Keisha.
Oh, Kiki. Well, I had no problem with what she had on. Personally, I wouldn't wear it, but I'm saying I'm with Chauncey. She's an entertainer. She was having fun. Her outfit had nothing to do with being a mother. I think that his opinion was his opinion and that he has a right to it. But look at the firestorm that he has caused by opening up his opinion where she has to respond, everybody thinking she has to respond, or he has to double down. So what it did was cause more harm in his comment than good. Say what you have to say, but he could have expressed himself at a later date and not put social media in their business.
Mm-hmm.
You said that so well.
Natasha?
talking like a grown mom. Like, you see?
Listen, we don't even want to get on what's going on in my closet for Jamaica and Aruba and all the things. Like, I don't think that it was a problem. And because I am about, what I do as far as like my coaching and therapy, I definitely help moms through this whole identity. Like, at the end of the day, being a mom for me is not at the top of my list. It is being a human, it is being a woman, it is being an individual. And so I don't stop being sensual and sexual and pleasurable because I'm a mom. Like, I don't do that. And I love the outfit. I think I got one that my cheeks don't look like that, but I have an outfit like that. And I hope this blows over, because if we think about Chance the Rapper, when he was at Carnival, he's married, and he had cheeks on him, and he was leaned back.
He was flopping back and forth like this. I was
he was dancing. You know how they dance. You know how they dress in Carnival. So
right,
he didn't get as much. He got a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. And I'm just like,
he got a whole wife.
And he does. And he went and he had a good time. And I think baby daddy, whoever he might be, you should just not, you were looking like you were seeking for this exposure. You wanted to be seen, and now you've been seen, sir. We see you.
In this podcast.
Celeste?
I hate that you left me for last. Okay, so I looked at it differently too. I didn't entertain that fact that she was a mom or any of that stuff. I'm an old lady, so where I came from is, why are we doing all of these permanent things with these temporary people? Like, if that's your dude, you know what I'm saying? So he's confused. He don't know if he the dude or he the baby daddy, because really you ain't got really nothing to say because you ain't the husband.
He said he was the husband. No, he had put husband in there.
Because if you was a husband, if you was a husband, I would have said, this is me. This is who you married. This is what you know. You know who I am. And then you don't even have enough decorum with you for you to have a conversation with me. You want social media? So I'm extra, so I'm gonna clap back. So now we both clapping back. What did she say?
She responded. She said
that's how the shirt came out with the mother on it, because she
I don't
respect him.
Oh yeah,
but I don't remember her saying anything specific.
She's about to get paid. She got a shirt that says more than a mother or something like that. So now she about to make more money.
She did a whole laughing.
She did a whole video
about
no. She clapped back at him.
She did a whole thing.
You know
She did
what,
a
though?
whole video on him. She
Seen
did
like
it,
videos
and he
of
probably
her.
was at the door like this.
Have you guys seen the videos that he posted of like her? I was like, I got the game twisted, sir. It's giving that energy that you need somebody to be doing or being around your girl while you're around. He was posting videos of her shaking her stuff on and posting it. I was like,
yes.
I saw a video. It was like, it wasn't tight. So I was like, this is painted on. It looked nice though. But I was like, girl, and it was his. That was not from her page, and he reposted it. He was posting that. And I was like, sir, so we need to talk, cousin. Because what's the point? So is it like, okay, when you're in the room, like how does it work? Like,
Well,
See, the problem,
So let me give my opinion,
That's
y'all. Everybody
ridiculous.
gave their opinion. Let me give mine. I was thinking about this whole situation a little bit deeper. I was thinking about him first. I feel that any man that can come out and demonize the person he loves without talking to that person, they got underlying issues because it's a narcissistic personality or something sitting there that he knew he couldn't control, and he'd rather throw her. Like, it's starting little ways. You see what I'm saying? Put her down, make her feel a certain way. If you feel something about what your woman is doing, believe me, you can talk to her about it. If y'all not talking, y'all not together. You see what I'm saying? Something is not connected there. And I will say this because I know everybody here been in relationships, and there's always a red flag that people always say, I'll forgive him for that. I like what Keke is doing because I feel like this. If you got it and you want to show it, that's your business. That's none of our business at all. Because I don't believe in the mom thing either, because I've been a mom for a long time too. And when my kids was little and I was in a single realm, like, I didn't want to be judged because, I couldn't go out and mingle and do whatever or wear something that I thought was sexy and pretty and may not be appropriate to somebody else's eyes. But to my eyes, I thought it looked a certain way. At the end of the day, that doesn't minimize me being a mom. You know what I mean? Because I'm still going to be a good hell of a mom, which I was, you know what I mean? But I looked at what he did, you know what I mean? And he should have got chopped on, because at the end of the day, you have no right to put me out there like that. And I would be shocked if they even make it. They probably got some papers rolling right as we're speaking, but I would be really shocked because I thought about it too. Like somebody said, a couple of y'all said, I thought it was more of entertainment. You know what I mean? Usher and Keke are entertainers. You see what I'm saying? Like, hell, she been in movies when she been naked. You know what I mean? Playing sex roles and things like that.
They knew the camera was there.
Yeah, and she knew the camera was there because she was smiling. She was like, this, look, it's publicity. If it's just your average Joe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody would have thought of something differently, but that's my thought on it. I think it's some layers here that we only get to see the top layer, but it's layers here. I think he pulled his card back and put himself out there. I said this before. I think he on borrowed time because she's not gonna be with this dude because she has such a strong alpha personality. That's not gonna work. You know what I mean? That's not gonna work. Baby dad and whatever, you can get replaced. And if you think you're gonna get some loot, you better put it in now because it ain't gonna work down the line. But I think that leads into other things because someone said Sierra had on with her man walking down like, yo, Sierra just had a drape on because everything was showing, and he was smiling and proud because that's who he said. That's what so sleep with at night. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. Don't get me started because if it was 20 years ago and I had that,
listen. God know what he's doing because if he give me a figure like that right now, it's on.
And a butt cheek like that,
that's on.
Yeah.
I think the sad thing about it is that even if it's not that deep and you just reacted the wrong way, because he could be none of those things that we're thinking, but you just didn't filter yourself and just reacted in the wrong way that one time, you could possibly end something really great and something really beautiful. You have a baby that's only 5 months old. And so it's just like, well, wow, do you think you overreacted? Do you think?
I think he was acting
and
like
you know
bitch.
what? That made
That's what I think it was. If you hear it, I think he was acting like a bitch because nobody don't get on Y'all can look at me because y'all know I keep it real. Because no man get on social media. If you do that to me, I hope you call the moving truck and camp them out before I get home. Because you're not going to be putting me on Front Street like that. Because you already know what my butt cheeks look like. You already, what is wrong with you?
You getting a clap back. I might even show a picture. This little right here. That little time there right there.
Ricky Smiley said it best. He was like, "You played yourself, man. You were supposed to use that situation as foreplay." That was
exactly
right.
She's happy from the concert, so let's use this to our advantage.
You know what? I'm like, I don't know. There was, and it's kind of vulgar, but I'm like, when I was looking into the stuff, I kept seeing the same word and the same word over and over again. And I'm so sorry if this is vulgar, y'all. And it was the word cuck. Sorry. And I was like,
wait a minute, what is that? What you say?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so vulgar. It's usually, you know, somebody help me out. I know somebody knows what this means.
We don't know that.
You said what? Cuck?
Cuck.
Like cuckold?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like, when you guys are saying that about foreplay, I'm like, yeah, that came up a lot where people were like, maybe he's into cooking. And that's why I saw the videos of him posting the girl like.
You gotta tell me what
so cucking is basically a man enjoying watching his woman being with someone else. So it's like a fetish, like a kink.
Yeah.
Girl, the internet.
It was only, but they only.
But that's not the case, because that was an innocent thing.
I was like,
he chose her because she's an entertainer. It was no
and he was
issue
doing
there.
it to another woman the next night. And the next night,
every night, just something to do, and that was a safe.
He tried it. No, he tried it. He tried it with Winnie. I don't know if you guys know who Winnie is. And Winnie got up and sat on her man's lap, and she said, "You can sing to me from there." And he went. And he went like this.
But the difference was her man was there, but her man was there with her.
Yeah.
So then it was still a different situation, right? So it wasn't all the girls together. But he did the same thing to Taraji P. Henson. It's quite a few people. He brought Tiana Taylor on stage. It wasn't like that, but it was still.
And Tiana Taylor is not going to give up that fine man for Little Usher.
Well, where is he at this weekend?
It's not about giving up
each other.
Where is he this weekend so I can see? So let me figure it out.
Vegas.
So let's see, like, I volunteer.
Okay.
I volunteer.
Okay. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen.
Okay, so I'm gonna play the devil's advocate because we need to wrap it up. If your man was up there with a G-string on,
girl,
I'm gonna be honest with you. So
no, not that Beyonce too high caliber.
I am so secure.
Yes, it's very high caliber.
It wouldn't even bother me.
It wouldn't bother me either. Unless I saw you giving me the checkbook, that would not bother me.
Now, it would depend on if his character is such that he's grimy and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't
because you already know what it is.
I wouldn't even be with him.
Know what you got at home.
But yeah. Because I'm going to see this.
Know what you got at home.
Didn't Janet on her Velvet Rope tour just brought most men to tears when she brought them on stage and with her act?
It's a double standard.
That was 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So
yeah, when she did the Black Cat tour and stuff, Janet
Terrence Howard was with Beyonce.
Had people drooling and had the man shaking and needed the ambulance afterwards. You know what I mean?
But everybody's still fully clothed. So, what's
it's like, okay, let me speak. Hell, I'll go back to my favorite artist. Go to a Prince concert.
To a who?
Go to a Prince concert when he was alive. His concert. Hell, Prince had on someone his ass hanging out, and women was like barely dressed themselves. You know what I mean? I think people put more into a lot of things. You know what I mean? I think it was entertainment, but I also think that it shows who he was. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to give anybody a pass when you try to demean the person that you say is your woman. You know what I mean? Because guess what? If you was really upset about that, if she got home, you discussed it, and you know what? We can't make it because I think you embarrassed me, so on and so on. We're going to go our separate ways. That's not for everybody to become the public opinion to come in and start attacking. You put her out there like that. You did it. Looking at Kiki, guess what? By this week, no one will been talk about it again because Usher is moving on to every person that's in their front row or whatever. It's not a big deal. He did it. He did it. It wouldn't be mine. I'll tell you that.
We should feel the same way if she decides to stay with him. I think that it doesn't indicate that she has any guilt in any way whatsoever, because she decided, you know what, you played yourself this particular time, but they're still going to work it out. I think when we talk,
I
in a
doubt
way,
that.
there's no,
I ain't gonna-
there's
I
no.
was just gonna ask. I'm like, do you guys think they're gonna
She
make
put
it?
too many videos out there, and I doubt that. I think he already living in the the extended stay. I don't think I don't think he at the house no more, because she putting a lot of stuff out there, because she don't have nothing to gain by shooting him down.
Well, either way, it don't sound like they're a match. Because to your point,
No,
Chelsea,
they
he
don't.
doesn't understand who she is, that she's extra and all these other things. Then clearly he don't know who he's
So
dealing
what's
with.
gonna happen when she get a role and she knew it was from somebody in the role? Is you gonna get on social media and say something? You know what I mean?
It's definitely some conversations that need to be had.
Yeah, that's how the police end up at your house. You know what I mean? Because everybody not agreeing, and
I think it was so much emphasis on her being a mom, because when you made that point,
Because I think
when you
that's
said
what it was about.
it
I think
is
more than anything, it was about her now being.
Can't talk about this because
Yes,
this is
Mom.
for the next episode, y'all. We're trying to segue to the next episode.
well, I could tell you this much. You know what? You put these high standards on somebody being a mom, guess what? You're gonna
Yeah.
disappoint yourself every single time.
Absolutely.
You know, you use that as an escape if you want to. It has nothing to do with the way she cares for that child, and or is a mother, or her motherly duty. Don't have nothing to do with it.
Period. She's
What's she
still.
supposed to do? Look like a hag and sitting around and got the baby on her lap or something like that? Then you'd be saying something else about her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she didn't let herself go, blah blah. Which one is gonna be?
And that's true, because why do men date a baddie and then get mad because they are a baddie after they're with you?
Get jealous. If you show your jealousy now, and that's out in public, could you imagine what goes on behind closed doors? Because that's a whole different level.
And I know we're probably talking about another episode, but wasn't she battling some postpartum depression or something? So maybe he liked her in that state. How dare her bounce back?
Some men like you like that when you feel like down and out and beat, and then but don't you want? I mean, I feel like this. I know how that person can be. I want the person to be encouraging all the time, even when I don't feel my best. I want you to be encouraging, and I want you to be proud of when we go out. If I have something on that you feel like, oh God, guess what? If that's what she loves, I'm gonna love it too. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna roll with this together. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but
no, that makes me laugh. I remember my ex-husband would do things like this. Come on now. Show him what you're working with. I'll be going, are you pimping me? Like, what's going on?
And like now at my age now, because like with menopause and hot flash and stuff, I don't like anything tight, because I like to wear loose fitting clothes because I want to be comfortable. But if I did, let me tell you, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? About what you don't like. I want you to say, you look beautiful. You look, oh, I love it. Wow, bam, damn. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting there, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I go through that over here too, because I like to go pole, and I've done shows and everything, and I buy these little pieces of stuff off of Amazon and Shein, and he's confused, and I have to explain to him how it goes on and what it looks like. But when he sees the video after, he's like, oh, okay, all right. Now my oldest, I don't let him see what I got on, but the little one, that's my cheerleader right there. He thinks I'm amazing. He loves the shows and watching me put on the clothes. And so I'm not the role model. If someone is like, you're a mom, I'm not that one.
I think that's the biggest thing. You're a mom, so you're supposed to be this certain way. I think we're moving into this. That's the next episode. But
yes, the episode was, well, we're not going to give you that title yet, y'all.
Yeah, we're moving into the next episode. But I think this was great. What final words, Keisha?
Well, I think that we should give them both grace.
Yeah.
I think they're young, and I think it's a learning lesson for both involved to maybe have those important conversations.
Absolutely.
But however, don't let anybody dim your light.
Yeah. Celeste?
See, I'm going from a different perspective. Stop doing permanent things with temporary people. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was your dude, it wouldn't have went down like that. That's how I believe that.
No, I agree.
That. We would have learned each other. We would have understood each other, and we wouldn't have had no surprises. I could hear somebody saying now, I know what she got on. If she out there dancing, her breast is hanging out. I mean, that's how, we know each other. We just know each other.
Right.
That's just my
Ashley?
opinion.
Well, it's really because the more I looked into it, this went into a whole different realm for me. So I was like, it looks to me like if it's in a relationship and you guys have your stuff discussed, because I'm like, I have my stuff discussed at home. I know when I go out, it's a certain way. So I don't know what their relationship is. So I can't really say much on just, especially if they're in a relationship, girl, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do for that baby too, because the worst thing about this whole thing is that now there's a baby that's going to be like, I got to go to mom's house and I got to go to dad's house. So that's pretty much just the worst part.
And he better act right, because guess what? If you don't,
They don't take babies that extended stay.
they-
I don't know.
Chauncey?
I don't know.
I'm kind of with Keisha on this one. Just lead with grace. Where grace is given, grace is received. And like I said, we all have to think about the worst moment we've had and what we've done. And if we've just been canceled because of that, then we're all looking to be in a sad, sad state.
Mhm.
Okay. Natasha?
I think it's a good learning experience of the conversations you have to have. Like, I'm sure at no point did they think they would have to have a conversation about if she go to an Usher concert, like what you're not supposed to do and what like, instead it's one of those moments where, okay, this came up. Let's talk about this now. What's the expectation and what's the boundary, instead of putting it out there for everyone to have their say so and their input. Just, all right, this is the next time this comes. Like, if I go to a Beyonce concert and she pull me up, like, what are we doing? It's just a conversation.
Something around.
It's Beyonce. We both go and cry.
Great episode, everybody. I love everybody's open opinion. And we not Kiki. We ain't gotta worry about fighting nobody with no little baby and everybody involved in our business. But to women that's listening to this episode, have it the way you want it. I always say this. There's too many things being stripped from women right now. Go ahead, do you. And I hope you have an understanding partner. And if you don't, call a lawyer. Okay? You'll be good. So all right. So join us next Wednesday when we drop our next episode, and catch us on our social media page, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So joining me tonight is
Your girl Celeste.
I'm Chauncey.
Jaslyn.
Keisha.
And Natasha.
and I'm your girl Kimmy. So have a good week on purpose, and we'll see you next week. Take care.